Hey guys, good morning. Happy Monday. Coming to you from Winnipeg, Manitoba. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Sandy, and it was quite a nice yet interesting drive into the studio today. We had a little snow, a little rain, but I have a new car, so I'm quite enjoying how it handles. And you know what? I just left early, slowed down. It's all a mindset. Just relax, right? Enjoy your commute. So this is not about a commute. This is about what happens when the producers call from Toronto. Yeah, it happened to me. Hi, Aga. Good to see you. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. I had producers from Toronto actually call me, and I thought it was a joke. I'll tell you something. I did think it was a joke. It happened over a year ago. Now, most of you know I won Canada's Top Trainer last year. I went to the World Fitness Expo in Toronto, and I didn't know I was the winner. It was down to 3 people across Canada, all across Canada. So all the trainers all across Canada, if you can imagine that. And I didn't know I won until they called my name. So that happened last August. Yeah, I think it was August. It has been a whirlwind since that moment. I mean, everything from the time I got off the stage after winning the award to professional photo shoots with Reebok clothing and Cellucor and Julie Black. Those of you that love her, I had a photo shoot when she joined into the photo shoot. So anyways, it was a media frenzy leading up to that, winning that award, and then afterwards, hi Ella, and then even after I won Canada's Top Trainer, it just exploded. So I was getting so much attention. CTV and CJOB radio and CBC and just everything. Hi, Ashley. So, when this happened to me, I got home and I had all this publicity and Free Press and Winnipeg Sun and everything happened. And I got a call from Toronto producers. Now, I won the award August, I think it was. And then I think they called me sometime between September and October, November. So yeah, seriously, a call from Toronto producers. I thought it was actually a joke. I thought it was a joke because I got the voicemail. I didn't actually get the call, I got the voicemail. So they said who they were, they said where they're calling from, and that they had this big project they wanted me to be involved with. And so I got the call, right? And then they followed up with an email. So I remember having Sheldon, my husband, listen to the voicemail. I was like, these are Toronto producers. Like, they want something from me. I don't know what, but they want something. It's a major project. It's a major global project. And so I had him reading the email. I had him listening to the voicemail. And I just thought, this can't be true. Hey, Tara. Hey, Ashley. So I thought, this can't be true. And what I've learned this last year, and I guess my whole career and my HR background, is I'm used to keeping secrets. I'm used to keeping things private. That has been my job, okay? But I have to tell you, this was difficult. When Toronto producers call you, you want to tell everybody, no matter what it's about. Hi, Diane. So, couldn't tell anybody. So I responded to their voicemail. I responded to the email, all the while thinking, oh, I'm getting some messages. There we go. All the while thinking this is a joke. You know what I mean? This can't be happening. So sure enough, I got a call back within like 10 minutes of leaving voicemail. Dead serious. This girl calling, she says, I'm a Toronto producer. She says, I've got this huge project. She says, I heard all about you winning Canada's Top Trainer. They were from Toronto. The award was in Toronto. Hi, Jody. So they said, we're working with this company who is, teaming up with another company, and they're rebranding themselves, and they're going in this whole fitness and health direction. And they think you'd be perfect as sort of the face of the health and fitness side of it. Okay. So my heart's just beating like crazy. I got my pen and paper out, and I'm taking notes as she's talking, and she's talking so fast because that's how Toronto producers are. They don't have a lot of time. It's very, very quick, but it was like it was like a hurry up and wait constantly. So anyways, so they wanted me to write what's called an op-ed. And I don't know if anybody has done that before. I had not known anything really about op-eds, but what they are, it's short for opposite the editorial page. So you would see this piece written by an author, and it's usually for like newspaper or websites. Hi, Tracy. So it was an op-ed that they wanted me to write. And so it was a huge global project that they had already released in the United States, and they needed to release it in Canada. Parts of it have now, part of this program has also been released in Africa and Asia, and of course the US, and then Canada. So my big part of the project was obviously the Canadian part of this project. So I had to write this op-ed, and I was working with a team, which was very cool, and just going back and forth with drafts, and then it just sort of grew, because at the same time, I had just won Canada's Top Trainer. I got the Toronto producers calling me. I then became an international trainer. I was set up to teach in Cuba, yoga in Cuba in January. So they had a deadline for this op-ed. Oh, and on top of it, I'm a fitness instructor, personal trainer. I have my clients. I'm running a studio. I'm doing the scheduling. I'm taking care of instructors. I'm, do it all, right? Oh, hi, Tracy. Thank you so much. Yes, I have been waiting a year to share this with you guys, and I'm just beside myself. Hi, Elise. And so if you guys can just picture that, last year, won Canada's Top Trainer. Toronto producers call me. I became an international trainer and had to teach in Cuba yoga in January, from January to February. So there was a deadline. I had to have this op-ed, I think the first draft to them, before Christmas. Oh yeah, meanwhile I'm, running a studio and all this other stuff, and it was absolutely crazy. Okay, so I get the draft to them, right? And then I'm rushing around, and I get everything done, and the studio shuts down for Christmas last year, and I got all my clients all covered off, and I've got the op-ed in, and I'm going and I'm teaching yoga in Cuba, and I don't know what's happening with this project at this point, right? So then I get back from teaching in Cuba, and now they want a photo shoot. Okay, so they had asked for all these photos to go with this op-ed, to go with this global huge project. And where's the Kleenex? I gotta get a Kleenex here. And so there, you don't need to see me wipe my nose. I'm just so excited. Okay, so where was I? Yes. Okay. So then I come back, and I just came back from teaching yoga in Cuba for 2 weeks straight. Okay. Through this amazing company. And so anyways, now they want a professional photo shoot. So I get back, we open up the studio, we start the classes, I got my clients, I'm running things like crazy. They got the op-ed, they got draft 1 and 2, and now they want a professional photo shoot. So seriously, Toronto producers with their crew come here to our studio, and they do a professional photo shoot because they want it. The whole part of this project for me was I was going to be on the website, and I'm going to let you know at the end what the company is and where you can see this, and I'll put a little link so you can see the whole write-up and everything in the website and the whole global project. But anyways, the big part was I was going to be on the website. I'm the face of this, and I'm writing this op-ed. And so this company, I'll tell you who they partnered with. They partnered with Vitality. And what they were doing was a sort of a rebranding and getting this new insurance program geared towards, health and fitness. Hello, that's my wheelhouse. Yeah, this was right up my alley. This was a no-brainer for me. When they asked me to do this, I'm yes. What do you need? I'm on it. I'm in. I'm your girl. I didn't have to sell them. They were already sold. I won Canada's Top Trainer. Hello. It was a match made in heaven. They were perfect for me. It was the opportunity I was looking for, and I was perfect for them, the face of Canada's Top Trainer, going with this company. So their new insurance program, what it is they give discounts for healthy activity, healthy physical living, and also offering reward points and things like that. So you'll be able to look all this up. Hi, Colette. Thanks for tuning in. So it was just crazy. It was a project for US, Canada, Africa, and Asia. So it was not, thanks, Kevin. So, hey, Sheldon. So last year was just crazy. So anyway, so we got this photo shoot going, and I have some of my team, and you'll be able to see when I put the link below, you'll actually see some of my team members, people that do classes here and stuff, because what they wanted from me was, they wanted to hear my story. And for those of you that don't know my story, I'll just kind of give you the Coles Notes version. I first moved to Winnipeg in 2001, and I moved from a small town called Portage-la-Prairie, and I was very shy. You know, I didn't have a lot of self-confidence and things like that, and I didn't have any martial arts at the time. So my first 2 months of living in Winnipeg, I suffered an attack behind the Canadian Wheat Board. I was on my lunch break, broad daylight. Anyways, long story short, I joined martial arts. I'm a black belt in Taekwondo now. I've taken Muay Thai kickboxing, and the long and the short of it was they wanted to hear my story, and it had came out for the first time publicly when I won Canada's Top Trainer. So they already knew my story. So it was, and I think people tend to just learn from that. I mean, if somebody wins an award, you're like, okay, yeah, whatever. But if somebody has a story where, you know, I started from humble beginnings and I moved to the city to make a life change, and then that happened to me in 2 months, and I could have just given up, right? And I'm a firm believer of anything worth having is worth working hard for. And I don't believe in just sitting around and wait for things to happen. So when that happened to me, I could have just packed up and went home, but I didn't. I learned to protect myself. I'm excellent in martial arts and self-defense, and have trained others and so on. So they wanted my story, and then they also wanted, you know, tips and tricks from me about how to get involved with the program and things like that. So this was just really, I guess I was looking for something like this because I'd been on CTV, I'd been on the radio stations, TV, I'd been on breakfast television. A lot of people don't realize in 2009, I think it was 2008, 2009, I was actually on breakfast television. That was my first gig with TV, but this was my first writing project. And I started writing a book a couple of years ago, and I think that's going to take me forever, but it was nice to have this, you know, in print. Hi, Janet. So do you guys want to know the company that I'm talking about? Because chances are you have some type of insurance with this company. You've heard of this company. Do you want to know this big, huge global project? Do you want to know the company? If you saw my posts yesterday, some of you already know. Okay, so it's Manulife. Yes. So Manulife joined forces with Vitality and created this whole new insurance program. Discounts for healthy living, offering reward points. Hi, Jackie. And so when the Toronto producers approached me, I was a little concerned on, you know, they hadn't told me the company right away. And so they said, you know, it's rebranding, it's going to be fitness, you're going to be on the website, we want you to do this write-up. And I thought, well, what if it's a company I don't agree with, you know, what they're doing? I thought that was the only thing that was holding me back. But then when I heard it was Manulife, I thought, yeah, I can do this. So that is what happened, guys. Yes, I won Canada's Top Trainer last year. Toronto producers called me, and here we are a year later. It was a year-long project where I joined the group, and I am now on the Manulife website, and it's all about health and fitness, and I share my story. Hi, Jackie. Oh, thank you so much. So really, the takeaway for this, guys, is I'm not just coming on here and like tooting my horn and ooh, Toronto producers and all this. Hi, Connie. So I guess I don't want you to think this is all about me, because what I want you to learn from this is don't sit around and wait for things to happen. If you have huge dreams, if you have huge goals, get out there and take it. Okay. I have never been one to sit around and wait for something to be handed to me on a silver platter. I worked for it. And, you know, if it could be your health and fitness, it could be your personal relationships, it could be with your kids, it could be with your spouse, it could be anything that you want out of life. You know, set those goals and work towards your dreams, but take the steps. Okay, so I moved to Winnipeg in 2001 from a small town. I wasn't somebody who, when I graduated from high school, knew what I wanted to do. No. And I think a lot of people think, if you didn't know what you wanted to do and you didn't get it right out of high school, it doesn't happen for you. Oh, no, no. I'm a late bloomer, guys. It all happened for me. But it happened later. Okay? I didn't find my soulmate till I was 32. Okay, and those of you that know Sheldon, he is amazing. He's like the other half of me. And I didn't get my career picked out and find my niche until mid-30s. I'm on my third career. So I've been a trainer and been in the health and fitness industry here for a decade. But I'm a late bloomer. So my point of the video is, guys, anything can happen. Just put your mind to it. Work towards it. People often wonder, how do you keep up? How do you keep moving one foot in front of the other and things like that? Because if I just stop and slow down, it won't happen. Nobody's just going to hand you anything. I'm at the studio right now, Body Balance on Henderson Highway. Those of you that guys are local in Winnipeg, this whole building was gutted. It was a chicken chef or a chicken delight. And, we literally built this business together from the ground up. I mean, they literally had to jackhammer a safe out of the middle of the floor. I mean, it was that crazy, right? So, Body Balance was built from the ground up. I was a new instructor when we first started Body Balance, and I built all my certifications from the ground up in my education. I built my client list from the ground up. I wasn't looking to, ride on shirt tails, or I never looked for the easy way out. I've always been known to, a trainer that kind of, marched to the beat of my own drum, and, I'm all about creating things in the industry, and I have done a lot in the industry in a very short period of time. And now I'm so happy that those Toronto producers called that day that I could be involved with the Manulife huge global project. I just want to tell you guys, you know what, no matter what your dreams are, no matter what your goals are, don't let anybody tell me or tell you, because I had people tell me, don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it, because you know what, how do they know? How do they know that you can't do it? Chances are, they're telling you can't because they're lacking something in their own world. Maybe they're not living out their dreams. They're not setting goals and things like that. So it's easy for them to sort of try and crush yours. Did I lose relationships along the way with my, sacrifices of working hard and being driven and wanting to be the best? Did I sacrifice relationships? Yes. Did I sacrifice some time? Yes. Did I sacrifice going to some get-togethers? Yes, there was a lot of sacrifices. And do I still work on a Friday night and a Saturday night while other people are out? Yes, because I have dreams, I have goals, and my mission has always been to help others. That has never changed, and I want to help as many people as possible. And now I can do it through Manulife, which is so cool. I have a couple other big things coming up, guys, so I think I'll save that for 2017. I don't want to blow your mind here too much, but there's some amazing things coming up in 2017 that I can't wait to share with you. But this is what I wanted to share with you today, guys. I'm just exploding with happiness and gratitude and just feeling like I'm in the right place, and I want you to feel that too. So live your dreams, live your goals, tell somebody what they are. That'll keep you accountable. Hi, Lisa. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys, and I'll catch y'all later.